This is Crazy Passive for Rifle TV. We're a couple box here from What the Box 3 with me. I've got George Grove. Hi George.
Very good, thank you.
Are you having a good night?
Yeah, great night.
Yeah.
First time at the Copper Box, I like it, it's a good arena.
We've just seen Bradley Skeet fight and win the WBA Continental title, so Bradley remains undefeated and he'll step up again this year.
Yeah, I've been friends with Bradley for a long time now, so I came down to support him today. He's done very well, looked much more calmer and composed than I've seen him before. His hand speed's improving, his mental strength seems to be really coming together, and although he came with a late replacement today, he boxed very well. He's got another title. I'm pretty sure you get a good ranking with the WBA now off the back of that, and I can see him plough on to the bigger and better things because he's ready for it.
It's pretty much a heavyweight night. Tonight is the main event. Tyson Fury and Derek Chisora against American opposition. How do you see them in their fights tonight, George?
Yeah, I think as long as their eyes are on the ball, then they won't have any trouble. Chisora's been very good of late. He seems much more switched on, looks in better shape, so I don't think he'll have any problems tonight against Johnson. Johnson's a little bit too slow for Chisora's pace. Tyson's guy, to be honest, I don't know anything about him, but Tyson's coming off a long layout, and I hope that he's switched on, but he's a cool, calm customer. I'm pretty sure he'll come out and do the business, and probably got 18 months of aggression that he needs to get out, so I expect a good knockout from Tyson.
I should imagine this has been a very hectic week in the life of George Grove this past 7 days.
This has been the most chilled it's been. I've actually got time to come and watch some boxing. People think I've been...
Sorry, am I annoying you by this camera in your face?
No, not at all. Everything for a reason. There had to be a lot of strategic moves made in the build up to this fight to make sure I got the fight on the terms that I wanted. And I got exactly what I wanted, so I've done very well, proud of myself.
George, I was watching the Sky Sports News interview with the split screen with you in the studio with Eddie and Carl in Nottingham, and it just seems like the other side of it is picked up just where it left off from the first fight, so it's going to be an interesting 3.5 months.
Carl, in my opinion, hates me. He doesn't like me. I wind him up. Just me being mentioned winds him up. And he's probably sick to death of hearing about me because everyone will be saying to him, "Oh, Groves put you on your backside. Groves hurt you. You've got no chance of winning this. Why don't you retire? Why don't you do this? Why even take the fight?" And I'm pretty sure that would drive him mad. Now he's faced with a challenge. By the way, they're not George. They're not the George cheering. They're not cheering me and you for this interview. George Key's in the ring right now. So he's picked up where it left up. So who knows? He winds himself up and get on with it.
There's going to be a few press conferences, not just 2. There's going to be probably maybe 4 or 5 press conferences leading up to this fight. So are we to expect more of the same, what we're used to seeing from you and Carl?
Well, Fastcast put it in the contract, but I don't think we'll get that far, to be honest. Let's go on a press tour. We live on a tiny island.
So I don't know. Like Canelo Mayweather thing.
I got a feeling that you persuaded to do this because you just love filming shit. So you're like, yeah, let's do one a day. See how we get on. Carl won't agree to that when it comes to it. He'll see me once and he won't want to see me again. So I can't legitimately see it happening. We'll have our first head-to-head when the venue's sorted. Tickets will go on sale. Tickets will sell out because everyone can't wait to see me put this truck to sleep. And
George, can you just clarify us? I'm going to use Carl Froch's what he termed the 4 whinges, if you like, that you've apparently made. Can you just clarify what you've done and what you haven't done? Because especially with the WBA, because that wasn't clear.
Yeah, no, I haven't. I haven't appealed to the WBA. I've got my rematch with the IBF, and if I didn't manage to secure the rematch and he was going to vacate, well then I'd probably think about appealing to the WBA just so I can nick that belt off him as well. But no, I didn't appeal to the WBA. I submitted. It's not an appeal, but to the British Boxing Board of Control for a no contest. Ultimately, the fight should have been finished. It's a fight that I was clearly winning and that I was going to win regardless.
How is that appeal going?
they threw it out straight away because it's embarrassing for them, I suppose, if a British referee makes that much of a massive mistake and they acknowledge it. So I don't ever expect any favours from the British Boxing Board of Control. At the end of the day, I'm just a licence holder, and I'm a licence holder probably lower down the pecking order. So so be it.
You've understandably signed a confidentiality agreement regarding the split. So if you were to tell us now, what would happen?
Well,
why was that done?
I'm pretty sure that Eddie won't mind me saying that it's a one-fight deal. So I haven't signed a promotional agreement with Matchroom. I'm still boxing on a rival promoter show. All I've done is sign up for the fight. He wanted me to keep the splits confidential. I didn't want to keep the splits confidential.
Right.
Working out from there.
Okay. Your manager and promoter situation going forward, are you in talks still with?
Yeah, I still am.
Yeah.
Everyone's still keen to be part of me. Everyone knows that it's almost a foregone conclusion I'm going to beat Froch. So, why would people not want to be part of the winner of the biggest British fight of all time? That this very well could be. Eddie Hearn has got grand plans, and I wouldn't disagree with him. I think when tickets go on sale, they're going to be out the door because just from the excitement of it now, people are desperate to know. They want to know where it's going to be. They want to book hotels. They want to book flights. They want to book whatever they need to get themselves there. And it's going to be a huge event.
So, what are the chances of Adam being involved in your camp leading up to your fight?
I've got a trainer, and so that base is covered. I doubt I'll sign a manager's agreement with him, seeing as we just agreed to end our manager's agreement, and I won't sign a promotional agreement with him either. So I very much doubt if he plays any part in the build-up. But we never know,
Never know in boxing.
We never know. I mean, he might be advising Froch. He's I haven't really spoken to him in the boxing sense in a while, but I know he's working with Curtis Woodhouse or Nathan Cleverly, or he's with David Price for a bit. So he's still in boxing.
It's something interesting you said on ringside the other day about where the venue is, and they asked you about the City Ground. Surely though you wouldn't preferably want to fight in Nottingham at the City Ground?
I wouldn't care where it is as long as the officials are correct. It's in the contract that it has to be of a certain type of stadium. I'm not sure of the capacity in Nottingham, but that might rule it out anyway. It's a massive event, and it needs to go to a massive stadium. And I imagine the forerunners that we're speaking about now are modern stadiums like Cardiff. Both to Manchester. Yeah, exactly. So these are places that can cope with a big boxing event, not like an afternoon of football. We're talking about like boxing, which can go until the early hours sometimes. So there's lots of things that are involved. And
is Stamford Bridge even been mentioned?
Well, I've mentioned it. It gets squashed straight away. No, a lot of people now. Because I said, Eddie, just make one call. So they do us a good deal. But I don't think Cole would agree to it. I'll be surprised if he even agrees to London. Petrified to leave his own town.
Eddie Hearn's calling this fight potentially the biggest fight in British boxing history. Do you anticipate this could be bigger or as big as Ben Eubank?
Yeah, well, why couldn't it be? When things become history, you don't appreciate them in their present time, if that makes sense, So we look at those fights now in history, and they were huge, massive fights. But people are saying to me that they came to Manchester for the last fight, and it was one of the best nights of boxing they've ever seen, one of the best fights they've ever seen, best night out they've ever had. So you don't know whether that's just because it's fresh in their memory, or whether in 20 years' time people still will be talking about that fight. I think the excitement surrounding this fight means that it's going to be huge regardless. Whether it's one of the biggest, I don't know, but certainly the first one captured the public's imagination much more than Matchroom anticipated. So it's already to think big, he's thinking big, and we're going to roll with it.
Alright, listen, I know that leading up to this fight I'm probably going to be bugging you again at some point. At press things, not like when you're on a night out with your wife and things
Right,
like that.
yeah.
So, but thanks for talking to...
Not going to show up on my doorstep like anti-drugs, testing at 7 o'clock in the morning and take some blood or something. No?
Definitely not.
No?
No, I'm going to leave you alone for a little while.
Yeah, you can come and film that one next time if you want.
Until the first press conference.
The first press conference will probably be early March.
Early March, yeah.
Early March. So Carl's got 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks to prepare. I wish him luck. I really do wish him luck.
Did you take any notice of the last comment he made about the hair products?
Carl's showing me absolute disrespect, isn't he? Like, you know, he has a problem with my balding Swede. With my said I should use Alpacine shampoo. Hope he's only relating that to me and not probably the 95% of British men that come to watch boxing who are also in the same boat as me, if not much worse. You know, I feel like I've got a lot of hair. You look at Paddy, he shaves his head, and you look at my other trainer Barry, who shaves his head. I'm perfectly happy
with what I've got. And you know it, Jules.
Hey, you know, it doesn't matter. I dealt with ginger. I'll deal with receding. As long as it isn't an insecurity for me, maybe it still is for Carl. He dyes his hair, for God's sake. It's great. If you want to dye your hair, then you must have an insecurity. I've seen him with silver wings, you know, and the fact he's bringing up hair dye is hilarious. He needs to attack me personally, because what's he gonna do? There's not one piece of boxing related insults he could possibly bring up. What's he gonna bring up? Oh, I'm gonna hit you with this thunder. Wait. I'm gonna flatten you. We've heard it all before, Carl. You go 12 rounds on anyone else. You're only stopped the general boxing now. It's not the game to you.
Alright, did you see my reaction video to the news that the fight's been announced?
No, I didn't.
Will you check it out though?
No, I won't.
Oh, please.
Is it really worth my time? How long does it go on for?
23 seconds.
Nah, it's too long.
Please.
I like the 6 second.
Jules, just do me a favour, ring it in. You just go and have a look at it, please. And just tell me what you think, please.
Okay. What happens if I don't like it?
Just don't contact.
We never speak ever again.
Alright.
Can you ask me some questions?
Yeah, go on.
You keep changing the name.
Once.
You keep changing the name of the company.
Once.
It's I Film London this, I Film whatever, and now it's I Film not London, it's I Film TV.
Jules, can I answer the
What's
question?
the name of the company now?
Right. It was I Film London,
Yeah.
one name. We changed it to IFL TV.
No.
That's it.
There's been so many more in between there.
Listen, I might have said something different
Is
in
this
there.
registered with company's house?
Yes.
Do you pay VAT?
Yes. You can go and look at our records at company there.
I didn't think this was a viable option for money laundering, but obviously it is.
Careful what you say on there.
I don't know.
Careful.
You might be setting a trend. There's lots of dodgy cameramen showing up lately, and I just want to know.
I haven't been showing up lately. I've been showing up to when you were just an up and
First
coming.
time I met you was before the Paul Smith fight, and then they said we do an interview with these two clowns. And I went, oh, really? Who are they? But look now, it's amazing. Even the national papers are following you now.
What?
Even the national papers now show up with a camera.
They did our stories. Don't worry about that.
Exactly. And I mean, it's like the opposite of less is more. It's less work for you and more footage we've got to scroll through to find relevant stuff. It's great.
Great.
It's exactly what we need. A lot of people that say, I sat there and watched the weigh-in. What do you mean the weigh-in? The whole weigh-in. Wow. It's brilliant. It's great. It's a bit like Big Brother, which is a bit creepy, because you film everything. I'm scared to check my phone during the fight. People think I'm not watching.
What? I was just going to say one thing to you. The best footage is the stuff we don't film.
Yeah?
Yeah, we'll just leave it.
Why don't you film it?
Because we're not that. We want to keep everything on a level, so maybe we can't film it or we can't put it out.
I like it that you don't cut the stuff out and misquote.
Goes in raw. Goes in raw. Raw ginger.
Gingerbread Chan, he's back in training.
Yeah.
He's back in action soon. Trying to get him a match up. But it's hard, you know. It's harder than matching women's boxing. There's just not enough mascots out there that want to fight.
What about Gunnosaurus?
Never over. Where's he from?
He's the Arsenal mascot.
Oh yeah, I've met him. No, I have. I've got a picture.
The big green dinosaur.
Yeah, he looks fag to be honest. Like,
He's
something wrong about it.
Chad will fuck him up.
No, I'd fuck him up. He should be extinct. Put him to sleep.
Alright, listen, thanks for talking to us. I'm so excited about this fight. You don't understand. I'm just telling you, you don't care that I'm excited, but I am genuinely ecstatic.
Why?
I just wanted to see the rematch. I was a campaigner of this rematch in my own rights. Well, you know, I was just a campaigner, a vocal campaigner. Your tweet here and there and then.
Yeah?
I just really wanted to see this rematch.
Did you?
Yeah.
Why?
I just wanted to see it because
And how's it going to go?
Because I didn't feel it was a conclusive end.
No?
No.
What? Are you with the side that thought I was 10 seconds from the way out, or Carl Froch was 10 seconds from shooting his bolt and I was going to chin him? What do you reckon?
I don't know.
And what's your prediction for the next fight?
Listen, do you know what? It's like with this fight here, loads of people go, who's your fancy, Froch or Grove? Do you know what? I can see both scenarios happening. Genuinely can.
What are the scenarios?
Will you continuing your form from the first fight? Or Carl possibly fighting differently?
How? What do you reckon? How can you fight
I don't know. See, I ain't a boxer. I don't know how Carl will approach his fight.
You watch a lot of boxing.
I watch a lot of boxing. I don't know whether Carl will approach his fight differently.
Ladies and gentlemen, your referee of the
if you was Carl, would you approach it differently?
points to 36.
Possibly, yeah.
The winner in the blue corner.
Listen, the only thing I can ask them questions are Robert Cracken and Carl Froch, whether they feel that they need to approach the fight differently. So,
Okay.
are you going to approach the fight differently?
I'm going to ask Carl Froch and Robert McCracken. I don't really put much thought into it, to be honest. I'll work it out fight week or something.
Fight week. And you're going to do that thing again?
What thing?
What you, in the final press conference, say what you're going to do?
Do you think it was a good idea?
Well, it seemed to work for you before.
Why not then?
Seemed to work for you before. I think this fight is genuinely finely poised. I genuinely do.
Okay.
That is a bit of a fence-sitting comment, but I do genuinely think it's finely poised.
It's a fence-sitting comment.
Yeah, but it is finely poised, and I say this off camera as well. It is finely poised. That's why it's so intriguing, because no one knows what's going to happen. No one really knows what's going to happen. That's the truth.
I know what's going to happen.
You know, Froch knows in his head, and in your head, you know what's going to happen. But people watching it, I don't think anyone's 100% conclusive of what's going to happen on the night. I don't.
Is that what you think?
Listen, that's all part of it. That's the next 3.5 months for us. You know, everyone will jump forward, goes Froch, everyone will jump forward, jump ship, blah, blah, blah. Just get in there and do it. Both of you.
Why not, eh?
Alright, Jules. I've had you for nearly 20 minutes.
Is it? Don't upload it all. It's fucking boring.
We'll put it in raw ginger.
Let's put it in raw.
Jules goes face talking to IFL TV. That's our name. And we'll catch up.
That's the last company going to liquidation.
Yeah.
Okay.
Speak to you soon.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.